They had little turnaround, but they were still able to deal the damage to some of the best teams in the world who had a lot more prep, a lot more time under their belt.
on defense.
Now,
Giants
coming in here with a couple days.
K-Cup on attack, Giants on
KC
defense.
with a couple days could be a scary thing. Time to put them to the test on the side of GiantX.
Straight up retake wall as well. So retake wall that will go up. You can get a kill from the tag of the camera or the trip.
Defense, wasn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
So that graphic is
an interesting default as well. You put the trip over towards here.
Still being transported over from Madrid, so it'll be here soon. Don't worry.
You saw a different guy with the knife hit as well, and 2 people on site. And the Cypher lurking middle.
That space, and Coutinho, well, his debut has not gone fantastically on the Yoru. Narrate is just holding line, already managing to reposition. I think a little bit surprised to spot Purbo in that corner. And
that's not the best start.
The debut of one agent didn't go fantastically.
Okay, it is a 1v3. I know we don't have the HUD for a little bit.
Gonna work.
All right, I mean, the pistol round Yoru on attack, sure. I don't want to say the debut's gone to hell just yet, but yeah, for Redgar, maybe there's a chance. He could pop
draw it? Dude, I can't draw every individual player. I can give you this. I can give you people that are alive.
They go down 1v2 with info to play with, and look at the reaction. Immediately, they put him in a box.
Where the
they know he spawned,
well.
and they run to the side.
I can even do
together.
this.
There's no way. It's going to be a triple swing on contact.
They don't even need to take the fight. He doesn't actually have.
Bro, I've given myself too many binds, man. It's way too confusing. This should be red. This should be blue. That should be okay.
Vigilant, and that's what we've enjoyed so much about this team.
I might have to change that up at one point. It's too much.
A group of youngsters, a very experienced coach, and a brand new IGL, or brand new to the role at least. And somehow this team has always looked incredibly structured with everything they do. And that's, I'll be honest, that's the one thing I'm a little bit disappointed with going into this map is the comp they're playing is old school. Like, this is something we've seen for a long time, like running in with those double initiators, basically.
Actually, nothing, nobody. Hello, mate. Thanks for the 3 months, bro. How you doing? Dude, surely come on, guys.
I don't think it will matter.
Get that HUD up and running.
Wow.
I think this is like there's a world where this solid default with the Cypher on attack it can actually be good.
What? Suppose I will start doing a little tally up here.
Somehow you're gonna write the.
Okay, I mean everything's wrong.
Oh, we can draw on the screen.
Let's not.
Like everything's wrong.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh, there we go. He did it for me.
On the wrong side, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah, I was gonna say this should be.
Get a blue color. You've got time, Tom. You work away on that.
So it should actually be this. Oh my goodness.
What have you done?
These guys are coming in and doing the actual hunt.
That's actually good.
But I only have the number 1. So after this round,
I don't have to do anything anymore. These guys have taken all of my roles.
That is currently the scoreline.
It's perfect. Well, at least there's some semblance.
Okay, so Giants are on eco.
What's going on anymore, Tom? Well, for GiantX, they're pulled back. They're on the A site, nice and cozy, looking for a little bit of mid control down through the doors. They haven't seen anything there. I mean, this is a round where they come in with a decent amount.
Scarf. Bro, did we think we were going to have just a flawless first game?
Giants, they'll blitz in.
Doesn't happen like that.
Space through that tube, though. No, I mean, it's being watched from way back in spawn.
It's also just timing now. How much damage can they do? Well, shit. It's just going to fall.
Clean on that
Getting
door.
himself halfway to that Viper's Pit in a singular round is definitely going to help out in the future. And for Cloud, well, at this stage, it's more so.
I mean, he's got to die.
You've just got to go down. You don't want to be holding on to just a classic Martin.
Yeah, not too bad. One of the better agents to farm as well in defense, Viper ult.
Good start. Expected after the pistol. Tidied up nicely. Now we see an opportunity for them to take it even further.
The replay sound is so good.
I mean, for Shin, it's not bad as well picking up those orbs early. I think a lot of this is similar to the broadcast. They're going to iron out some of those little issues as the rounds go on.
He's trying to teach him. Where's Zesh, bro? He's trying to teach him what they do normally.
What's the default for KC? They're getting back in the swing of things.
Okay,
give them some time.
big buy rounds.
2-0 lead is good. This is their opportunity to capitalize. GiantX are going to buy rifles. They're going to invest pretty fully.
Wait. On the bonus, they decide to double push here, and this guy's been spotted. Yeah, and he has no idea about the guy close. I love this from K-Corp. Instant reaction, group up, hit over towards B. Wall goes in, Cypher, retake wall, and double trip setup. They even have the normal trip. This is like the trip to get the Yoru TP.
For that defensive side, of course, something we didn't talk too much about is the fact that we haven't seen much of the Sentinel at all out from Tamazi. For most of the time, he's basically just been playing on other agents. Nice work from
Yeah, this guy's so crisp, man.
managing to
Okay,
put
it's a
this round on his
1v3.
back.
They're on the bonus,
Martin, though,
so
he
don't
does
worry
still have
too
a
much.
rifle. Has
They did
something
enough
to play
damage
with.
to make
Can
sure
try
the
and
next
do a little
round
bit of
is
damage,
a
and you can
big
see
buy
how
round.
safe GiantX are being using that drone late in the round.
We mentioned this is around the KC.
This is nice as well,
really
just
win.
waiting
They've got a chance.
for the wall to come back up.
Martin now.
I also think K-Corp did pretty good. They flooded heavy, just Cloud just wrecked everyone.
It has to be cleared, and
And
Cloud
literally
just
everyone.
a little too quick. 4 kills.
Yoshi, thank you
in
so
that
much, man.
round
Appreciate the
for
17
GiantX.
months. Thank you,
That's
thank
a
you.
lifeline. If he doesn't pop off, they could have traded that round out.
Along
and
for the
ended up
HUD?
with
Nah, I'm expecting the
next
HUD
to nobody
now.
Or just nobody online. All right.
Man, it's all going wrong, man. It's
That's
all
one of those
going
things
wrong
that- that's what I
today.
was bringing up during the round is that this is actually within this team. Thomasy, I believe, first time playing on a Cypher. Now we were told he was moving to a Sentinel, and then over the last couple of months has played Viper.
Production's
19
just on
times,
fire, man.
and played a
It is
couple
on
of other
fire
agents along
there.
the way. So
Still
again,
no
new
HUD?
ground for him, at least within this team. But for now, at least,
Where are we at?
we are going to be
2,
seeing this aggressive push into
2-1.
the site. GiantX taking that space, and not really anybody actually looking to hold on to it.
Yeah, they know what
boy.
they're up against at this point. They just create that space instead. Vitinho being an annoyance up close at yellow, now just backing out. Having created the space, having found it all, here comes a drone up and over from Magnum. And they're looking to barrel forward on the back of this as a decoy that hasn't quite distracted
Keeping
them.
an eye on the Cypher duel at middle is pretty important.
As KC close in towards the site, the fight is good
Whoa.
for Shin. Narrated
And literally
Tomasi stepping up
everyone's
too,
dead.
and they know
Okay,
exactly
1v2
where
on
Hoodie
this
is
one.
thanks to the
Sorry,
last
1v3.
kill. But his util could buy some time. One snakebite already used, but he's just about out of toxins. Now it comes down to a 1v3 fight, not one he's likely to win. He needs to hit these opening shots. He'll find the first, but that is all.
Relatively close, and this pushes them down to an eco as well.
On round 3 when they were expected to.
Here we go, Chad. We got it.
KC are right back in the game.
And this is something they were good at throughout the entirety of
What a
kickoff,
hunt.
and when you went over to Masters as well, the retakes from KC. I think one of the better teams within EMEA is sort of giving up that control and then moving back in as a unit.
Dude, we gotta just mute this
Made it
replay,
look
surely.
quite easy.
I think that's the.
There is still going to be a purchase though.
Hey, Chad, they got one
GiantX
down
are
though.
gonna be able to put
We got the
something
HUD
onto
back, so
board
now
that
they can
even
focus on the
maybe
next one.
pad the gap
Just a
little
guy
bit by the
going
fact
around
they
with a
have the
fire
Hunter's Fury
extinguisher, just
online.
putting out
Machine
all the
being well away from
flames.
that Viper's pit.
What is?
Might help them out
Honestly,
if he
that
can
sums
get
it up
another
well.
kill.
One suppressed.
Oh,
I
we
can
can take
advise
stock of where
this.
we are. Yeah, you can look at GiantX's credits. Down
Yeah,
on their
GiantX
last
can
leg,
just
big
buy into
investment
this one. They're
from
missing
attacking
a
side
little
now
bit of
to try to
util, not
push
much.
KC back from this early
Like,
start,
what,
one that they're
a
likely
flash
to
and
just
that's
run
it?
away with, considering
Guy
their
is so
squad and their
committed.
performance internationally, not a map they're known for. And with Purpo taking the opening and dropping Martin, KC
That was
are
a
now on the
really
back foot.
bold play.
How will
It's
they
it's
fill
not
in
too
this
bad in terms of
information?
like
This
being
is
able to dash
void
away
what they're
angle-wise,
left
right? You
with.
would
I
normally
mean,
get
the
out
good
of that
thing
angle,
is
but
all that util on B in the cannon,
respect for them
it's
at
locking
least.
down the control. They can afford to commit bodies
Like, thinking that
elsewhere.
it would
Those bodies
happen,
are coming
thinking that
down
someone
middle.
could be there.
Looking for a fight on Redgar. His timing could be good.
Ooh, that's
The hat
great
off
as
his
well.
head. He's
Ult
lucky to
goes
get out
in,
of
they
there
realize the
alive.
site's
Hey,
clear, and this guy gets out of there with no swing.
Just about, and it will give the space over in towards the site.
Plant goes in, and this is pretty nice from Redgar. He's actually mixing up his luck. This is the first time he'd normally been lurking over towards middle. It's the first time that he actually goes tube. Bro, Redgar can wreck this round. Yeah, I mean, creates so much pressure here as well. Pretty much all came down to the first kill, right? They gave him a kill when they had a Cypher ult. They got the instant infos. They were looking for the kill back, and they just realized the site was clear. It was a really bold move in middle.
They're traded out decently as well, Tom, as far as ults go. I mean, GiantX are going to have a lot coming online, high impact ones later. But for them early on, it's a good sign to still be able to compete like that, make these rounds work. Redgar even getting his slow play up through mid. You know, he used to command one of the best.
It forces them down to eco, and they can still do a good amount of damage here, but
It's going to be very fun to see him attempting to do some of that himself.
second round, so on the bonus and on the eco, this time they 4 people push.
As I said, ulti's coming online for the next round.
I mean, you're not going to expect 4 of them, I guess.
And if you look at what KC are working with, well, pistols. So for
And they got
GiantX,
spotted, so you would imagine they fall back, but the
the
fact they carry on going a bit is not too bad. A good reaction from Giants.
So, we've spoken about this before.
Okay.
Purpo, I would say, was somewhat harshly given his debut in the VCT, playing for a team called Mech.
Yeah.
Do you remember what map he was subbed in for?
It was this map.
It was Breeze. So he's
It
come
was Breeze, and he went
back,
like 7 to
play
14 or
against
something.
Redgar this time.
Wasn't
on the
great.
Same map that he was subbed in for. Yeah, it's all swings and roundabouts. The streets never forget with someone like Purpo.
Oh, that's
Although
it.
Hoodie, wow, what a start to the round.
Yeah, it's huge. They have pistols, but actually it's good that Hoodie gets those kills. That's Viper's Pit online. I mentioned that it might be next round, it might be the one after. Well, it is next round. A big ultimate to have, especially when KC have their own pit to
And
play
they gotta
with.
die apart from the
Shin's
guy
picked
that
up a
saved.
weapon, so he is out of here. He wants to save that. But Tamazi and Narite aren't too keen.
11 to 16?
I'll go down to the spike.
Yeah, a little bit better
Save
than I
over
thought.
some money. Those sheriffs not worth quite as much.
It was savage, man. In a
We'll
best
see
of 5.
A sixth round closed with 3-3, neck and neck, despite a pistol round to KC.
The observer audio is bugged as well. Just the third person audio.
Already. And I guess this is the question, right, for KC, letting this map through. Tom, you mentioned
Guys, it's not your audio. It's the replay audio and it's the third person observer. That's it. Don't worry too much.
Maybe it's because it's early season as well, though. We don't know whether they've worked a ton and this has been their speciality, or whether they're like, hey, let's try it now, see, and we can figure out our pool as the season goes on.
I'm out or
I
not?
think
Straight
they
in.
ended up
Another big
banning
round for
Sen,
K-Corp.
So it could just be that they felt a little bit less comfortable on that map. And
Okay, definitely
I guess
starting
also
to sort the
versus
sound
a
out on this
team
one.
Like GiantX, who've just brought in
Shin needs to be a
superstar
little
duelist.
bit
You're thinking,
careful. There is
do
a
we really wanna
lot of
face off
people
against
here.
Purpo's Jet on that map? Maybe not.
What ults have we got? Cloud's
think
ult,
also
Hoodie's
just
ult if they get
it
over
might be an
towards
instinct
sight,
of, like,
one away
I
from an
don't wanna
orb
have
as
a
well.
armor ban. Like, I don't wanna
I've
have
been
a map
enjoying
that
some of
we
these
don't play, so I'll let
aggro
it through,
trips
see
that
how
they've
it
been
goes.
doing, right? We
The
saw
thing
this
is,
one on the
I
pistol, we've
especially
seen
think
this
on
one
Breeze,
here.
the
We need
players
to
that
keep
they've
an
got,
eye on
they
K-Corp,
can
just
definitely
going
get away with it.
super
Look at the amount
proactive.
of aggression already, though.
The
A
only thing they
complete
heard was
push
this trip. The
through
guy
B
Door
is gonna
heard it, but
garner
they
them
just
the information that it
early,
has to
really
be
early
either
on wanted to go
towards mid
aggro.
or towards that A site.
Keep
And
an eye on
with
the
two
Cypher.
players
Can he
already
find
deep
him?
within A, one waiting to watch the tube. They are about to have a flank that could catch players off.
Yeah, it's the
This
one
is nice, and
gap
this is probably
that
what K-Corp
GiantX
just
have,
do is
even
like
as
an
Redgar comes
anti...
back to
I mean,
mid. But do
they
they
at least
check it?
create
Do they
pressure
even
like they
look
were
to
going
their
to
left
fight
on
for
the
the
way
orb.
through? They haven't just yet, and they've taken a kill.
Cypher?
This is where
Cypher?
presumably Redgar turns around and finds them, but a little too late to the party. KC have already
It's a
picked up
nice
a
ult, but
wealth
it
of
doesn't
kills,
reach the
and
spike. We
advantage
planted
will
a
be
little bit
hard
too
to fight
aggro over
back from.
towards the
The
site,
pit
so this
not
Viper
even
needs to
reaching
kind of get
all the way
involved a
onto the
little bit on the
spike.
site.
This is going to make it incredibly difficult.
Does
if
have 2
Purple goes
mollies,
down
does have his
for
smoke
Hoodie
that
to
is
have
not down
very
yet.
much, if any, impact, especially with a Vandal. Those sprays through the smoke aren't going to go too well. Well, here's a real test for Hoodie. They know where he is now. They've echoed. Well, I thought they did. They're still looking in main. He almost snuck his way back over, but
What a
just
weird
too many
round, man.
bodies to deal with. The round
Okay,
goes
nicely
to
done.
KC,
Nicely done
convincing.
from K-Corp in the end.
This
4
is
people
one of
as
the
well,
problems that
surviving,
we
the
would
money's
suggest
good.
a team might have if they're not running a
I mean,
Cypher.
Redgar could have won that round.
GiantX are running a Cypher, so that the fact that they managed to get that far with absolutely no one realizing is a big problem. And I think either you're going to see a pause taken or just something from Redgar to say, okay, we can't allow that to happen again.
Wait, what?
That is
What did I
such a
miss there?
ridiculous
What
amount
the
of
hell
map
happened
control that
there?
they've managed to take without any information
God, this round
going
was
in the other
full of
direction.
disasters, bro.
Well, for
That at
KC,
middle and that
it
at
almost
spawn.
gave them a free round. Like they're able to get all the way through, have the players within the site, so even the players pushing.
Yeah, and they faked that they wanted to go aggro the round before,
gorgeous
and then
round
now
from
they're
that
actually going to
defensive
go
side, although,
aggro. So this is a bit of a
again,
classic
timing
kind of
for
just condition
Redgar
them,
was
and then
key
maybe
there.
they don't think there's numbers
Even the
behind it,
cam
but this time they have
placement,
numbers
but I think
behind it.
The idea was to cover the tube push, but with that many players,
Knife goes
there,
in as well,
it's,
doesn't hit anyone.
You can sometimes commit the player to it. It's one of those things. They left
Cloud has
one
his
gap.
ult.
That happens to be the gap that KC walked straight into.
Yeah, and they're
unknowingly. Now in
really
round
aware
number
of
8,
this question mark.
GiantX still full bot, still with some of those ultis to play with, and they've managed to surround these players on A. The door is open, the players are blitzing out. GiantX not winning the engagements to start with, and Redgar's gone down to one of their own snake bites. This is a disaster.
Yeah, they molly over towards stairs. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
The smoke and bail back into main. The attackers are now the defenders, and they're surrounded. This is a terrible round. The information, you know, is coming
These
in
2 rounds
for
back to back
Narite's
is...
gonna fall
Oh man, it's really
eventually,
bad
but
right
it's
now.
still a 4 versus 2.
It's really bad,
That's
bro.
a bigger problem. You are surrounded on all flanks. They're going to have to almost try and fight forward, baiting them in on the plant, but you can see Thomasy waiting deep and Martin on the corner. Leaves
It looks so
Coutinho alone,
detached
and
as
there's
well.
just absolutely nowhere he can go. They might even allow him to get the plant down just so they can get into position to try and clear him from that angle. I
Holy.
don't mind it. You got to try something.
I mean, yeah, you have got to
You're
try it.
trapped.
It's not
You're
as
hoping
bad
that maybe somehow
as the
they're
last
not
round, at
looking, but
least. Dude, this was a disaster. How did he go down so much? I guess he just got spammed through a cage.
So there was no way for him to sneak his way out. All in all, that is a
Damn,
tragic
dude.
round. Oh, he was already walking through a snake bite, got hit by so much utility, tagged down low, and then just that friendly snake bite beckoning him in. I don't think
And he jumped down. I mean, that's probably his normal pathing with the strat.
Just in case you didn't.
And then I guess he didn't realize how much HP he's on. That does force him down to eco after these two disasters.
A couple of rounds, I think Redgar is going to want to forget.
Instant recon over towards A as well. That clears out everything. That means a heavy rotate can come in.
Fantastic so far, I'll be honest. Definitely some gaps within it. And they're going to go back to this
Pretty much the pistol.
Now, bear in mind, last time out, Cloud absolutely farmed. It's not gone well to start.
Yeah, but they've gotten a lot of space, so they've lost a player. But
Yeah, and this wall is nice with this stuff.
Able to convert by the looks of it. What was that shot by Martin? 3 quick kills.
Okay.
And GiantX are way
Nicely
behind.
done. Man, they might just run away with this now. What was that?
That was snappy.
He snapped his DPI button in the middle of that fight by the looks of it.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, you gotta give me this replay.
6 and
It's a
3,
timeout.
any
You-
sort of danger in
replay
this
guy
half
gets a
is
second go at it.
somewhat diminished. Oh, here we go again. Like it looked like he was even sort of surprised by the peak timing, and then also just catches the second player.
They're vibing, man. That's a
Yeah, we can't play his mic. I know what he said.
no, that's muted. That's muted right there. Same reaction though, Ang. I gotta say, GiantX immediately call a timeout, and I'm not sure there's anything you can do about the late round there. Him just popping off with those last 2 kills,
Yeah.
but the first kill and the player. they
XOZ,
lost
thank
on
you
the
so
way
much,
through,
man.
the
Appreciate it.
ideas here
Good to
from
see you as well,
GiantX
bro.
just haven't
Thank you for
really
the
been working
22.
out.
Thank you for
I understand
everything.
why they take a breather here.
Good to see you.
Yeah, and again, I feel like the rounds that they've won, you had Cloud obviously getting a 4K to win them that bonus round that could have gone the other way. And also, there's 2 duelists. You've invested into having this Jet combination alongside the Yoru. Both
Need to
players have
clean
been
stuff
very
up a
quiet so
little
far.
bit.
Like, we've seen a bit of space taken by
I'm enjoying
Virginia,
how
but they haven't
they're
really been able to
approaching,
capitalize on it most
in
the
terms
time.
of
And I am starting to
A-Corp,
get a
I'm
little
enjoying
bit
how they're
worried
approaching
because,
like the B site.
again, this
B
was the
site's
thing
constantly
with
been mixed
Purple.
up.
He was someone that I think, as
And
I
they're
said,
either
if you've
like
been a
fighting
fan of
heavy
Aaron,
behind the
watched
wall,
any
or they're
T2,
like fighting
this guy is
the
someone
other
we've
side of the
wanted in
wall
the
retake
VCT
with
for a
kill
long
trips
time.
on
With
site.
Neck, we were expecting
It's
to be
like
this
it's always a good
explosive
mix-up.
performance where
This wall
they
is hard to
finally
deal
had
with.
this star jet,
Good for
maybe won a
retake,
defo fan, you're
good
like,
for
"Oh,
blocking the
it's
spike
just
in
a
terms of
guy."
after
And then
plant,
he played, and you're like,
and good
"Ah,
for literally just
Bring back that phone.
okay,
warming the site and
pressure
getting kills
maybe
with
got
this.
to him a little bit. And so far,
I like this change up
we're
as
not
well.
seeing
They
it
now
yet.
get
Now,
the
I'm not gonna count
camera
them out
giving them
after
really early
what
info.
is 9 rounds in a game. Yeah, it's never going to be easy. But this composition is kind of built for the attack. So on defense, it's not going to get any
Don't want to
easier.
get tagged by this when he has ult.
To find those
Oh,
openings, but
he's
you
ripping
need
that,
one
right?
Purple
Yes.
Fratino to be hitting. If you're not, you're getting space, but you're losing advantages, and you don't win rounds that way. At least not many
Free site. This
teams
time
do.
the Cypher's lurking over
Fury
towards
used.
short.
It's caught one, and the updraft is saved. Purpo, but he's caught. Unlucky for him,
Yeah,
but
someone's
Redgar might
gotta
be
shoot
able to
that
retrieve
recon,
some
man.
advantage, but they saw him. They just caught a pixel of him.
But that's sort of fine for
Redgar,
Redgar, and they're both going to hunt him, which means they need to speed up over towards site.
One player's out of pace. That's a 5v3 on the side if they get there.
Got double
quickly
molly,
enough.
double molly, and
We can
Sova
see
ult.
the
This should be a
players
done
even in the
round.
two, with the Viper's pit down, they're going to find it hard to fight their way back through.
That's
Snake's
it,
coming in.
halved.
Toxin's running out. There's one kill for Hoodie, but the immediate re-aggression, it stacks up the advantage for KC. Cloud, oh, he's going crazy.
Oh
He's
man,
popped
this
it
is
way late,
this
and
is a
even then,
disaster,
in a
bro.
1 versus
This
3,
is really
was
bad.
always
I don't know how he survived, but
I was kind of alluding to Martin killing him, but you know, whatever.
How did some of the other people go down on site here? How did Cypher die middle?
it looked kind of scrappy.
Cypher
Like,
needed
you
to
got
like
yourself
really
into an
slow
afterplant
play it
with the snake
because
bite.
they
I
had
don't even
util to
think the
delay.
snake bite connected
How does he
because
die
they
in
put the
middle?
Viper's pit and instantly started defusing and got it to half. And he had an orb on it. So one of the pieces of utility must have not been on top. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to defuse.
Let's go!
Nice. There is nothing better though than when you take a round.
Fully
and you
giving
just
it,
as you're
man.
winning, you hear that old pop, you're like, yeah. Don't got that anymore.
Yeah,
do
and
you?
I just don't think they expected.
Like
Was it
Fatino's
Magnum
clearance,
who
it's
got
good.
half?
That's
They
what the
pretty much just didn't
dimensional
expect
drift is all
Magnum to get
about.
half. This is looking like a much better
That's been
round,
the
but
case so
the
far.
fast flood comes in. They got to fight in again. Like I said, this wall is a bit of a nightmare to deal with.
Not bad from Fatino. At least gets rid of Tomazi. But Martin is just looking at
Bro,
trying
why
to do
is
this alone.
Papo
Has support from
constantly
Magnum.
tagged every time I watch
it's
him
labored,
by like
but
you? Whoa!
eventually the second shot
By
from
Util.
Moody is
What the-
wonderful. leaving it into a 2v2 scenario.
And they
Redguard
keep
not going to get anything done. And
They
now
keep
it's
playing
time
over
for
towards
Carl.
A main.
There's
I mean
no
B
other
main,
man
but they kind of
you'd
can't
want in the
because we
sword
got the wall
scenario,
that
but
blocks this.
already being pinged up by the drone. I think it's already going to start being
Damn, nice
diffused. I don't
util.
think that's actually connected. He can't quite
Yeah, nice
correct.
util on this one.
Magnum will get
Bro,
themselves
Keiko are
another round
owning
of
this over
8
towards
onto the
B. Their
board.
setups are
Bear
so
in mind,
nice.
This was 3-3.
You know what I've really liked about Magnum? I'm glad he gets this round because those are the rounds people remember. You get 3 kills, you did good, your kills go up on the board. You're 8-6 now, you're positive, fantastic. That gets you into the good graces of most of the community. But the reality is his utils.
Makuso, thank you so much for the prime, appreciate it. And that emoji as well, thank you, man. Thank you for the 16 months.
A couple of times I've seen this. I think when he used his ult, he'd already popped a recon over because Purple updrafted and got revealed again. Add to that this round here where you have the flash that came out of Narrate, but there was a reveal popped as well. So that player's blind, spraying.
Oh,
and
they
now
going
he's being
aggro with this
revealed
one.
just as
Smoke
everyone's ready
in,
to
he
fight
dodges
again.
the
It's
recon.
been really good to see that utility, even if his teammates haven't followed up on it.
This creates
It's
a
got
lot of
them
pressure
info,
there.
and
We
Magnum's
get
been
the
able to
off
follow
out.
up on a couple of those kills himself. 8-3
Bro,
right
3
now.
on the
Last round of
attack,
half,
and it was
full
their
investment
map.
from both
Oh,
squads,
man.
Of course, no real ultis in play. This could be a game changer. The op in the hands of Purpo, but there's an op in the hands of Martine, and it's a head-to-head battle. that Purpo
He'd been
wins.
holding up for so long and
Good
then
start
just
to the
decides
round
to
at
swing.
least, but they're putting that pressure onto Redgar again. He's been having a bit of a rough time. I'm surprised Magnum is still going for this. He's being revealed.
There's no way he should ever win that. Bro, where is Redgar's confidence, man? It is in the bin. There is no ounce of confidence in what I just watched.
Catch one on the way out, but no. They will be able to fade away. GiantX for the first time in a while going towards that B side with a man advantage.
And they've got the perfect read. They know Viper's A, and you're pretty sure that someone just shot at you from tube. So at that point, there's
Oh, he's
only
real
one
committed
player
here
on
with
B.
this, though.
Only one.
Got any
That's
KO
Tamazi
util, a
with
nade,
deep traps as
knife?
well. He's got to take the fight on them, normal as can be.
Okay,
And the
knife
trade
hits
is quick
everyone,
from
so they know
Purpo.
there's no luck.
Narrate already on backside though. The pace has caught them off, and he's standing strong, taking every kill, leaving Hoodie alone. 2 orbs away from grabbing a Viper's Pit. Oh, if he had it now, that could turn the tides in his favor. But the spike is down in the open, no wall to work with. He's already got his down. It actually might get him to the spike if he
Nicely
used
done.
it, but instead,
9,
goes
bro, what
walkabouts
an
for a kill.
absolute
The
shocker
kill
from
found by
Giants.
Viper on the other side.
Oh,
9
man.
to 3 at the halftime.
Jesus.
This is not looking great for GiantX, considering this is a map KC don't really play. Don't play. Just don't play.
No, they are yet to play it within the entirety of Kickoff and Masters, but evidently it's something they've been working on behind
this
the
their
scenes.
pick?
But
Yeah.
Again, I feel like that's just something that comes default with this team having like such great synergy with each other. That I think they're going to be able to, unless they're
Zins
up
with the
against
prime.
a
Thank you so much,
very
man. Appreciate the 4 months.
well-orchestrated team on the other side, I think they're going to be able to pick
Thank
you
you
apart
so much, dude.
just with good team play. And I think that's what this team has in spades. They're so good at just trading off each other, flashing for each other, putting utility in position to basically allow someone else to go for these swings. We've seen it with Narrate's flashes. We've seen it with their aggression into A main and across the map. I also think GiantX
Yeah, I forgot we don't
didn't
get
do a very
halftime
good job of stopping
pauses
them
in
taking
this.
space.
Go straight in.
I think that, yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
And now on their,
Well, Giants need a
the
pistol.
defensive side, let's hope that's not the case.
And
GiantX
multiple
this time around.
other rounds.
There's definitely
First
gonna be
buy,
some challenges for them.
bonus,
Coming back from the
etc.
scoreline is very tough. Sunset up next, somewhere KC wanted to
Bro,
fight,
we're missing.
and Bind
Chat.
as a
Chat.
decider. It's a long
Look
road
over here.
for GiantX if they count
When I used my
themselves
arrow
out
for the
of
first
this
time,
map, and
we just
not
missed
willing
it.
to do that just
Guy,
yet, but Martine's
he
trying
really
to
doing
help
his
them out.
TP
Quick
here?
shot delivered to Cloud's head straight down tube with the
Like,
Sheriff.
bro, even our
And
TPs
KC
aren't
have a
great.
man advantage yet again.
Yeah, I think that probably has been where the
Like, our
goal
first
for
original
Classes
TP
differed.
goes
I'm
into this
not
corner.
certain, but I wouldn't be too scared.
What,
to
you wanna fast
back that
rotate in
maybe
case they
Martine
come
might
through
actually have
tube or
more
something?
kills than both the
I
duelists on
don't
the other
know.
side. Like, he has been
don't
on
know.
one, and they have been missing Tamazi as well. All the timing of the peak is so good on the trade. 3 players are waiting. 3 of them fall. Redgar,
Red Provides, good to see you, man. Tier 3,
it's
18
worse odds
months,
than the first pistol.
1,070 something gifted. Thank you so much, man. You're an absolute
1v4.
hero, bro.
The
Appreciate you.
1v3, no, but the 1v4, Tom.
Arson as well with the
70
prime.
on
Thank
Shin,
you so much.
74 on Magnum.
Red Provides, man.
believe.
Good to see you.
No.
Glove available next
Toxic.
week.
You, for a second, you almost convinced me. Never mind. Narrate is going to put him in the ground. And
Oh
I'll
man,
be
it's gonna be a
honest, this
short
map
one.
is looking
It really is.
pretty
Lahan,
much
thank you for the
done.
19
It
months.
has been a pretty ludicrous streak. 7 rounds in a row now for KC without much of a response. I think they very quickly warmed up into this
Oh,
game.
what
And
the?
yeah, that'll do it. I don't really know how you deal
Yeah,
with
that's a
that.
savage way to go down, but
Well, he saw his elbow. That's,
So there you go.
Iristaz, thank you with the 14 months. Thank you. To hear about the accidental Viper nerf, yeah, I want to look into that a little bit more. I know they were meant to do a nerf for Viper at one point, and I wonder if it actually went live in the patch where
last time we see this one from them, but
where it was essentially going to happen.
Already under their belts, this is a comp that.
I heard rumors that they were going to nerf Viper after the Sky nerf, and I think that might line up in the patch that they actually went live in.
Marshall on the other.
Maybe they cancelled it, but didn't cancel it.
The only real investment is that onto Purpo. Everything else is being saved for the next round for GiantX just to give themselves a chance in the buy rounds.
It went live in 7.09. Is that the one after the Sky nerf? Zerky, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the prime.
Like, GiantX went the distance, but I think they got bullied out of the third map. The first map, not so much. So I think we're definitely seeing how far KC have sort of leveled up in that time. I think Tomazi is probably a little bit confused that he's managed to just
709 is when ISO got released. Damn, bro, that's a long time ago.
I think he got far enough and he's like, I don't actually know how I've got this far without anybody
really? It's been in the game for that long.
And in fact, GiantX are rotating away from this. They go, this is the ruse. But at this point,
and it still looks this sick.
I've got the whole site. There's no one here.
That's so crazy.
Just come plant.
Did you see where the cam was from Redgar? I didn't spot.
None of us noticed anything.
I don't like. I mean, I would have thought it's B with their setup, but it was broken somewhere. But yeah, clearly a misread from GiantX. And these are the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they went for the gamble stack. It didn't pay off. They're gonna die here, but it looks like they don't want to make sure that anyone can get any ults. And Narrate gets dropped the ghost, and he's allowed to farm because he's the closest to his ult.
And the timing couldn't have been. Oh my! Narrate has just slipped by a pixel.
Oh man,
this
he
pretty
could
much
get so
puts
many.
a pin in this one. The question is, how many orbs can he get for himself? That's already two.
It's so good though. Yeah, even the death is just so worth. They don't lose a gun from it. Everyone else goes down, but it is beyond worth.
Yeah. No surprise to see the round going the way of KC.
Gotta
now
meet
just
that third overview.
Very dominant victory in map number 1.
The crunchy audio.
Again, it has been a long hiatus from the board now. A 3-3 scoreline. Now 11-3. It's like the beast awoke midway through, and well, not even sort of midway through the first half.
Can't catch a break.
The first quarter.
Yeah, his
this is where you're gonna look to see
his record of playing at like tier 1 has been an absolute disaster in comparison to his tier 2 stuff.
They could still win this, and with the way they've been playing, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did the quality just get worse in front of our eyes?
To stick around. Vitinho now down to 30 HP. Must have been a tag through the wall, otherwise he'd be 10. Or maybe onto the leg through the wall, but either way.
Man, he's having a nightmare.
He's holding on for dear life. He's escaped towards the A site. With
Last time was Breeze as well, yeah.
But it hasn't helped GiantX out.
He standed in for Ascend against BBL as well, like 2 years ago.
Definitely in the advantageous position.
That wasn't too bad. It wasn't great.
Fights, and with the weaponry they have, it's not going to be impossible.
Okay, they need a hero. Hoodie's close with mollies. And Yori's taking contact. Wait, Yori's swinging after Hoodie's contact.
Clear out this man on the corner.
But they gotta kill the drone. Oh man.
Baiting for him. A lot could be done, but he's spotted immediately. Now he's going to get out of there while being revealed. He does actually escape. Cloud gets one from afar, but a very aggressive push leaves them blindsided to Vitinho's attack. Even still, though, he's only good for the one. Cloud has to do so much more. The damage done to Tomazi, though. 38 HP. Shock dart through. Magnum caught as well. That's it. It's got to be Tomazi with an outlaw in hand. Only one player that's one shot to him.
Yeah, one shock dart as well. As soon as this guy goes to the plant, he's dead.
Still a shock dart for Cloud. As soon as this is tapped, that Shocky's on the way.
He's trying to work out if there's some better weaponry.
Why no player cams? Oh man, they got a lot more to worry about.
Puts this into a 1 versus 1. Cloud already looking to.
We've got like retro game audio going on, replays and stuff.
Figured this one out.
Well, the timing's really nice here, but honestly,
the man on the other side is, that time
might be on top of it.
Down, neither player really knowing where the other is, and
it was a nice try from him. It's a big savior run from Cloud as well. He had to kill 3 and gave it and had a pretty good recon to enable other kills. Dennis, thank you with the 21 months, man. Appreciate you.
That's the main thing. You know, he basically saved them, as we can now look at it, considering the 3-3 to 11-3. He saved them from what could have been a devastating bonus last half. Now the same thing here. If he doesn't go big, if he doesn't find every single one of these, they are right back down and basically out. Not that it's much better now. 11-4, and the rifles come through from KC. We've just seen what they can do with, I think, 2 Vandals, Bulldogs,
Yeah,
pistol,
and imagine they lose this
outlaw.
one. It's going to be a very,
Now
very
they've got an ult on
dominant
the right and rifles
scoreline.
across the
And
board.
I mean, it does it
Wow.
justice. This has been such a dominant map. It's not even funny. Where the
They
hell
were
does this go?
gunning to get this
The
online
lineup for this that goes
as
here.
soon
That's
as
kind of nice.
possible. Now, I do like the fact that GiantX, they've done the classic, put the Cypher
That
setup,
is nice.
but then the Cypher's going to go to the other side of the map. So there's no chance that that utility is going to be online. They've read or seen that the ultimate's available, and they've stacked up on the A side of the map. That's going to mean that they are a little bit shallow
has
when it
4
comes to
people that he
utility
can
to serve
one-shot
from B, but
right
they've done
now.
the same thing with the Viper wall as well. So they will be online when
Recon
the
goes
take comes in.
towards middle. They realize that no one's pushed over towards middle, so Siphon can go aggro, which ensures that they also know that they've created pressure from
Except
door.
with the full rifles. Yes, admitting the outlaw still in play on Martin. I see your game. I like it. Some good opportunities on this map as well, with so many sight lines. But he's diving in first. You know, crazy to see a player doing this. He swapped over weapons to grab the Vandal. And he'll be dropped down up close. Magnum didn't even bother taking the outlaw. He's run out with a classic in hand. Let's hope he's not needed to fight with Narrate down. He may well be. He's finally recovered the outlaw with a chance.
Still no
to do
plant,
some damage
Faye.
from afar, but the spike is isolated.
And Cloud
on
has a
site.
recon.
Shin's being spotted. Could be spammed from that wall any time now. They need to close in the distance and find some control on this attack side, because right now it looks like everything is playing towards GiantX's cord. And in a second, blink and you miss it.
Yeah,
The kills
bro.
come
Shin
in.
on sight.
Shin finds
Killed
2,
2.
and Redgar's alone. The information now finding its way into the hands of KC. There'll be no element of surprise for Redgar, a weaponry disadvantage, but he's got the HP on them at least. 25 shields. Tamazi's tagged and Shin is very low. Problem is, they're not looking to move, Tom. They're just grouped up, waiting, confirming he's still there. And the time is on their side. They'll take the fight. I love the reposition.
Lovely reposition from both of them. Go close, drop wall. Massively in control. 8 chances to finish this one, and yeah, I mean, man, if I was Giants, I would want this to end as well. It's been a disaster, bro.
That's what I want to see, because there's something about Shin and finding ridiculous kills and us never seeing it. He just swings off the back of his teammates going down and insta-kill. He didn't even see the second player. And at the same time, Tamazi takes a fight. Like that is the thing again. So much depth within this team in terms of individual talent. It's the Eng sort of mantra. Let's just pick up duelists and put them in other roles. It means that you can win
did
any
Nuke
round of
leave or
individual
get
brilliance.
kicked? What was the
That's exactly what that was. Now
what was the
look at
wording?
what GiantX have to fight with for what is the final round, potentially, of the map.
Couple weaknesses in there, Tom. I think it's fair to say.
Couple?
One or
They
two.
parted ways? Okay,
Before.
then we don't know.
Yeah, there's one not weakness, and that's on Purple, who's having a rough day at the office, I'll be honest.
It looks like we just missed Redgar getting tagged up as well. I was thinking maybe it was Decay from something, but a glance at the map sees he's on back B site with a Sheriff in hand, 56 HP. And Fatino's popping the ulti to try
goes
and close
in.
some distance.
They know everyone's
find
here,
some
but there's just a
information. He'll
Cypher on
get
his
the end of
own.
the gate crash. Flash was a little shallow, but he's on the site. Just wants to be here
Bro,
for
this is
Redgar to
it,
fight
done.
with him, and he picks
Fully.
up one for his trouble, a second as well. They weren't ready for Fatino, but he needs to do so much more still. Waiting to see Shin's head, but it never comes. Never crests the horizon instead. Purpo and Hoodie are left to do it all. That rifle still yet to find its mark for Purpo. The wall is up, keeping him out, so Hoodie's isolated in the duel. The dash leaves him still in the open, but Purpo recovers. 1 versus 1. Martin,
And just for pure confidence value, it would be nice for him to win this.
For Purpo. Not even that cloud burst.
Confidence can't
get
be
him on the
great.
spike to get it near half. Instead, he has to win the fight. Bait Martin into open combat. It'll be
Yeah,
the
Martin's
tap
played it pretty
and the
well, though.
hold thereafter, but Martin's wise to it. He's just playing with the clock, running down the timer, and finding his mark in the end.
Holy.
13-4, a convincing opening map for the side of Carmine Corp.
An
A lot of hope
absolute
for
slaughter.
GiantX in this series if they can recover.